today we are going to make a puffer fish. The first step, as we often do, we will roll our clay into a shape of the ball. Then we will roll our ball into the shape of a long, narrow cone. The next step, form another ball. The one side hollow out the ball into a shape of a round ball. Then attach the open end of the ball to a thick end of the cone. Then we form an opening on the ball underneath the end of the cone. This is going to be the mouth. On each side of the cone, we will form a shape of an eye. Then we will attach the fin on each side, another on the top, and the tail on the narrow end of the cone. And finally, we will attach sharp little spines to the puffer fish's body. If it helps, you can find the templates on my website. Let's get the children and start sculpting.
Hi everyone, welcome back to CLAYDATE. And today we're going to create my second pivot animal, the puffer fish.
What do we need is clay. We do have low fire clay. We have wooden tools. These are sculpting tools. Water if necessary. And we do have a slice of wood, so we can rotate the sculpture in any direction. So let's start the project. Now, we do have a big ball of clay, like always. And then we're going to pull a chunk.
Okay.
Okay?
Chunk! Okay.
Pull a chunk of clay from the big ball.
Chunk.
Alright, so we're going to create a nice ball.
I'm almost done mine.
Almost done.
Almost.
Alright. We are waiting for each other.
Okay, I'm done
Okay,
with my
my
ball.
ball is done.
My ball's
Alright.
done.
And then what are we going to do? We roll between our hand. Okay. And then we're going to end it out with a nice cylinder shape. Just like that. Nice and round.
I'm just gonna pat it on my wood.
And yes, if it is help, you can put it down and then using your fingers and your hand, you just roll on a flat surface. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Cylinder.
So one end has to be round. Okay, nice and round. Nice.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so everybody has a round, one end is round, okay? The other end has to be pointy. Now how we can do that? We're using our fingers, okay? And then we're going to around and around the shape, and then we're pointing out the end, okay? Just like that, by tapping the clay, applying pressure, okay? And there you go. Nice and pointy.
It looks
Nice.
like this is the eraser of a pencil. This is like a thing.
All right. So our very first form is look like this.
Okay.
So everybody has the first form. Okay. So we put it aside. And then we're going to pull off a good amount of clay, okay? And then we create a ball. Now this ball is bigger than we start with this project, okay? With this part, okay? So it's a little bit bigger ball, okay? A nice round ball, what we have to create. Okay, so I'm ready with the ball. Am I ready? Okay. So now what are we going to do? We hold our ball in our left hand, yes, and then with your right thumb, you're going to push in the middle, okay?
Yeah.
Not all the way through because we don't want to break the bottom, okay? And then what we're going to do is we holding the clay in our left hand and put the thumb into the hole, and then with the fingers we're rotating the sculpture, and with our thumb we're making the wall thinner and thinner each time. Okay, all right, and then when I'm going around and around again, making the wall thinner and thinner. Okay, that's my second round. Nice, wonderful, wonderful. And we try to create a round, hollow ball, really, what we are up to. Okay, like that. Nice. Okay, so we're going to put on a table our little cup, all right? And then we grab our first shape, what we created. We put it top of the edge, okay, like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to join together these two forms.
Okay.
Okay. And yes, we trapped a lot of air in this way, but we're going to release it, and that's going to be the next step. But for now, we just join the two forms together nicely. Nice. Okay, this is the form I like to see. Nice. Nice! Yo, how lovely! Wonderful! Wonderful! Now, so we have trapped air in, right? So inside a lot, that's right. So what we are going to do, we're going to make a hole somewhere in the middle, okay, with a tool, somewhere in the middle, and that's going to be the mouth. Okay, just like that, you see.
And you're also gonna get some little bit of clay and roll it between your hands, and you can put it around your circle.
So Ryan right now going to create the pufferfish lip. Excellent. So, so what Ryan did is he grabbed a little ball of clay and then he rolled it until it's nice and thin, okay? And then he put it around the around the hole, okay? Just like that. And then we're going to sculpt the lip, okay? Just like that. Nice. Okay. Excellent, children. Wonderful. So next step is we're going to create the eyes, okay? So the pufferfish has two nice big eyes, okay, on each side, on a head. So we just create a teeny tiny ball, okay? We're going to put in a surface, and then we make it flat with our pointy finger.
I'm gonna, so in a lot of our videos we score, so I'm gonna be scoring it on.
And this is when we need the water, because we're going to score the surface where the eye is going to attach to the body. And that's going to be middle of the head.
And I don't think
on a side, okay.
I don't think I'm going to score because it's really squishy clay.
That's a very, very fresh clay, yes, what we are working with. So not every time, yeah, but when the clay is a little bit dry, it's good if you score.
I'm gonna score it.
But I like to score it anyway, that's right. So I have one eye applied already.
I got 2 eyes.
And then I'm going to repeat the other side as well. And yes, we can create the pupil by using this pointy tool. And what we can do is push that pointy end into the middle of the eye, make a nice circle around, and then there you go, you created a nice black pupil. Good. Nice. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now, our puffer fish. And then what we have to do, we have to attach the fins. So what do we need is 3 equal size of little triangle and 1 bigger size of triangle, okay? So the 2 little triangle, 2 goes on each side on a head. Sorry, Ryan. Behind the eyes, you see, and the other side too. So the easy way to attach these 2 parts by scoring the surface, okay? And I attached 1 fins on the side.
Me too.
And then I'm going to repeat the other side too. Okay, so this is my little puffer fish with the 2 side fins, okay? And my lovely children, beautiful job, okay? And then the 3rd triangle is going to attach somewhere in the end on the top of the puffer fish body, okay? So somewhere here, okay? And then just like good old ways, we're scoring the 2 part which is going to attach, okay? And then the 4th one is going to attach the end of the pufferfish body just like that, okay? Now we're going to attach properly, okay, with the end because we don't want to fall off during the drying process. So let's go score the end very well. And the end of the tail as well. Okay, so the tail is going to attach vertically. So, I mean, it is a vertical tail, not horizontal. When we did a dolphin project, the dolphin's tail attached to the body horizontally, but this time we have to change the direction, and then we just attached like this, like you see, vertically. Okay, nice. Emma, would you please show the camera too properly? Beautiful, beautiful. The last step is to create on a surface teeny tiny spikes. Now, this is a little bit time consuming, so we come back after when we finish, okay, because we have to create the teeny tiny spikes and attach all over the body except the bottom, okay, because it's going to attach with the wood, okay, so we don't need spike there obviously, but yeah, I'm going to show you how to do a little spike, okay. So you grab a teeny tiny ball, okay, and then make one side pointy, so create a teeny tiny cone shape, okay, just like that. And then we're going to score the surface of the fish, and then we attach the 2 parts together. And then I have already 1 spike of the body.
3 spikes. And
And then you can create all over the body spikes. So we're going to come back after when our spikes are attached into the fish body.
Okay guys, so we finished our puffer fish with the sculpting. This is mine and this is mine.
And this is my little puffer fish. So we're going to come back after when our creation is fired in our electric kiln, and then we're going to apply colors to the sculptures. So
Bye!
bye!
Hi guys, so we had a successful firing with our puffer fish, and today we're going to glaze it.
That's right. So what do we need is glaze. We are using white color, teddy bear brown, yellow, chocolate brown, and black colors. Okay. We do have brushes, water, and a little sponge. So in case if you have some glaze on the bottom, you can clean with a wet cloth, just like that, and then it won't stick on the kiln shaft. Okay.
So let's get started.
Okay, let's get started. So the top of the puffer fish going to be brown
Or yellow.
or yellow, yes. And the bottom of the puffer fish it's going to be white color, and black the pupil, and around the pupil white, and all the fins yellowish color. So let's start the project. We're going to apply 3 coats of glaze.
The drops that of white and black, I'm getting those two mixed together, and I got a nice gray color for my puffer fish.
Okay, so how we can make gray?
White and black.
White and black, that's right. Be brave when you are coloring, because under high temperature the glaze change color and look, so the end result would be completely different like you may thought.
Yeah, mine puffer finished.
Wow, that's great, Emma.
Okay guys, so we finished our glazing our puffer fish.
So this is how I look mine so far.
This is mine, and this is mine.
So we cannot wait to show you the end result. So we're going to put back to the kiln for the second firing, and that's going to be the glaze firing. And then we show you a nice slideshow after. So thank you so much for watching.
Please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.